All right, hi. This is going to be our last one for today. And this is from MK, back again. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. All right, these are always good. Let's look at it. So let's see. Looking at a video that I did back in December, toward the end of the video, the antibody seemed to last. Um, so I was looking at how long an antibody response is going to last for, trying to estimate that based on the data that we had then, which is not that different from the data that we have now, and the estimate is still roughly, yeah, on par. So the point of this one is that MK has just got results of an antibody test 12 days after a second Moderna shot in the almost 65 age group. Yeah, we don't need specifics, that's fine. And the titer is over 250. So what does that mean? Answer is, it depends on exactly which test was done, what kind of machine it was, and how far it is over 250. So if it was a neutralization test, that is fantastic. Over 250 is great. Essentially, if you have a detectable neutralizing antibody titer, which is usually anything over 20, although different tests have different lower levels that they can read out, then that seems to be enough to correlate with pretty good protection. And it's going to drop down. You'll predict you would lose about half of that every, let's say, 4 to 6, no, half, you'd go through 2 half-lives every 6 months, so about every 3 months. Yeah, or a little bit less than that, maybe 2 to 3 months. And so 250 down to 125, down to 60 whatever, 62.5, down to 30 something, down to 15 something. So you got maybe 4 half-lives. And so 4 half-lives at 3 months will get you to about a year. 4 half-lives at 2 months will get you to about 8 months. And so that would be great. Now, that's probably not the test they did. They probably did a thing called an ELISA, and there are different ones. So the different companies use them. In some of them, people would normally get an antibody titer in the thousands. Like you'd see people with 1,000 to 10,000 would be pretty normal. In other ones, it's going to be somewhere down in the hundreds. Some people use in-house tests. Some people will use one of the commercial ones, like Abbott Labs, I know, makes a good test that's pretty widespread. So if we knew that, we could then try to figure out roughly how that correlates with some of the other data sets that are out there, and then we could get a little bit better idea. So this is the problem with everybody doing their own version of the test. The scale bars are off on all of these, and you can't necessarily line them up. So if it's only 250 and it's on the test where you should be at like 5,000, then that's barely an immune response, and yeah, I'm a little bit worried. But if it's 250 on a neutralization test, that's a great response, and congratulations. And yeah, all they've said is it's over 250, and so yeah, I'm assuming that means the lower limit of detection on this test is 250, and so they're going to say over or under, and so over will mean you have some response. So I don't think you can have a ton of confidence based on that information, but if the nurse is able to dig out a little more information from the machine and a little bit of information on exactly what it is, then we can actually start to answer some of the other questions. So the other questions are like roughly how long can this last? What can I do with this kind of immunity? Like how protected should I be? And yeah, right now I have no idea whatsoever. But this is something that can potentially be answered. So they've done the right test, and as long as they can read out the machine, as long as it is one of the tests that will actually give you the actual number and not just say yes or no, like yes over 250 or no under, then yeah, we can work with this. So all right, if you there's your homework. Good luck. See if you can get that. It may not be available, or it may be available. We will find out, and we'll deal with that when it happens. But for now, congratulations on getting a vaccine. That's a really good one. And yeah, if you're 12 days after, then you're past the period where there would be any lingering side effects except for really kick butt immunity. And I like that. That's where you want to be. So yeah, good luck out there. Stay safe, and don't assume anything, I would say, for now. I'm being real careful, and that's what I'm trying to tell everybody else to do in a world where people are, getting real antsy about throwing that mask away. I would say let's not do that just yet. All right, this has been Ask Dr. Ben. Thanks for another great question.